Hello and welcome to another edition of Cougar Close-Up here on Go Prince George. This week we feature second-year Cougars forward Brad Morrison. The former Cariboo Cougar has always had a knack for offense, but this season he's starting to figure it out in all areas of the ice. We'll talk to Morrison about offense and maturity and a whole lot more right here on Cougar Close-Up, Go Prince George. Well, Brad, excitement all around for the Prince George Cougars, especially this week, coming off a weekend in the Okanagan where the Prince George Cougars not only defeat the Kamloops Blazers, but you defeat the top team in the BC division and one of the top teams in the nation, the Kelowna Rockets. Can we just talk about the confidence that the team has right now, especially after this weekend in the Okanagan?
Yeah, it's really good for a team, to take 2 wins against 2 really good teams, especially going into Kelowna and, winning a big game like that, coming from behind 2-0. Our team really builds off that kind of confidence, especially coming into Kamloops. We were skating around and warm up we won the Stanley Cup pretty much. So, I think that's the confidence we need to have, is that we're one of those teams that can, go far in playoffs and maybe even surprise a few teams, hopefully. So.
You're coming off a terrific month of November, named the Ryobi hardest working player of the month for the Prince George Cougars, 10 points for you in 11 games. And really, Brad, watching you play, the month of November just really seemed to click for you in all areas of the ice. Was there kind of an aha moment at the start of the month for you, or what were some of the keys you think to your success during that month?
No, not really an aha moment. I think you get those chances and put the puck in the net, or you make a good play in your own end, or Mark puts me in center, trusts me in our own end. So I think just all those things add up, and I guess it all kind of just put itself together. Hopefully bring it into December too. So.
It's been a good season for you offensively, your second full season now in the Western Hockey League. And Brad, I just want to talk about some of the differences that go on for you, the differences between being 17 and 16, a little more familiar, a little more of an idea of what to expect on a nightly basis. Has that experience helped you?
Obviously, the year is kind of gives you a bit more experience, but there's a lot of things that go with it, like working hard just after practice, staying out there longer than some of the other guys, or working on your shot, or whatever. All those things just need to work on, and I guess it just transfers into the game. So.
You've been very familiar with the city of Prince George, not just as a Prince George Cougar, but you grew up around these parts, and you also played your BC Major Midget with the Cariboo Cougars. And when you think back to your midget experience and you see the Cariboo Cougars finding success this season, is there a sense of pride there for you?
Yeah, it's a lot of fun. I went to a few games. I went to one last Saturday when they played the Rockets and they beat them. So, I think they're the best team in the league right now for sure. And, Sprague's doing a good job over there, and they got a pretty good team. So, yeah, it's going to be fun to, see what my old team does in the future.
The second half looms for this Prince George Cougars team, and you find yourself right in the thick of things in the BC division and in the Western Conference. 2 wins or 2 losses can really shift the mold of the standings. Does that catch you at all off guard? Are you surprised by how close things have been this season?
Not really. All the teams are pretty good. There's obviously a few teams at the bottom, but last year we were one of those teams. So now I think now that we're one of the better teams, or we can actually strive to be one of the top teams in the conference. I think that's important for us, and from ownership down, we're all kind of focusing on just taking it game by game, and every win's important at the end of the season. So.
When Brad Morrison is at his best on the ice, what are fans, coaches, and teammates going to notice?
Probably just my skating and my skill set, I guess, and just working hard. I got to work hard, to be as good as I can, because my skill is not right there yet where I can just, control a game. So, yeah, I got to work hard and use my teammates and, just contribute to the team winning. So.
It is draft year, and of course that's something that's got to be in the back of your mind when you see scouts in the stands and read all about that type of thing. Just a thought from you as to how much of an impact that's kind of had on your approach to this season, if any.
Yeah, you think about it a little bit, but at the end of the day, you just go out there. It's the same as every other year. You just try and be successful, and try and win games for the team, and just kind of come together as a group. So I think the draft's obviously a big deal as a single priority, but it's just kind of, again, game by game type of thing. And I'm sure people will notice you. Just work hard.
It's been great watching you play this season, Brad. To see you finding the success, it's incredibly well-deserved. Congratulations on your November honor, and I certainly hope as well that it continues throughout December. Happy holidays to you, and thanks for doing this.
You too, Dan.
That'll do it for another edition of Cougar Close-Up on Go Prince George. I want to say a huge thanks to each and every fan who came out for Teddy Bear Toss 2014. For more information on Prince George Cougars tickets, scheduling, and their current roster, go to pgcougars.com.